Hello, everybody, and welcome to In the Passenger Seats with Alethea Crimmins, your positivity queen, honey. So, y'all know me. I am your neighborhood hype girl. I hype everybody up from my car. So, why not let my podcast be in my car? Listen, guess who is in the passenger seat today? Baby, if y'all do not know who she is, after today, you are going to know who this amazing pop artist is. Baby, she has phenomenal music right now. Her vibe is everything. If y'all haven't heard the song Tattoo, go download it today. If, which is one of my favorite songs, if go download it today. She has been on tour. She has been everywhere. She's worked with amazing artists. Baby, let me introduce you to the person in my passenger seat today, Max Ray. Come on
What's
in,
up? What's
Max.
up? What's up?
What's going on, Max?
Hey!
How you doing?
I'm great. How are you
I
doing?
am good, and you are looking gorgeous. Can I just tell you that?
So are you. Oh my gosh,
Thank
you're
you, honey.
glowing.
I mean, it's a little bit of gloss. It's a little bit of
Oh, I
gloss.
love it. That's wonderful.
So tell everybody who does not know who Max Ray is. Who is Max Ray?
What a loaded question there. Who is Max Ray? Well, I'm a singer first. I'm a dancer as well, a songwriter. And I'm also getting my music production degree at Berkeley right now online to put another thing in the amount of all the things that I do with this industry. All of my music I have written or co-written myself, which is really
Awesome.
exciting. So when you listen to Tattoo and stuff like that, of course, my biggest thing is being authentic to me and my brand. And my biggest goal is to be a positive impact in this world, especially in the
Yes,
music business, in the music industry. It can be so dark, and
it
um,
can.
having a light in that's my main goal, and that's why I love you and your podcast and how positive everything is.
Thank
Like,
you.
it's just right in line with me, and I love that.
So your music, the genre, I know that a lot of people don't like well, what genre are you in? But when I hear your music, my favorite genre is 90s. Like I love 90s music. Like I just love it just makes you feel good. So your
Yep.
music has that type of vibe. What
Oh.
what inspired that sound?
I have always loved the 90s. I'm not a 90s kid. I'm only 23, but I've always found, like, Saved by the Bell used to be one of my favorite shows when I was
Li-
growing up. I loved that vibe. Like, Zach Morris all the way. And oh my gosh, there were just so many things about that show that I loved. And even one of my songs, Nice Guy Syndrome, like even Clueless, like, oh my gosh, that movie changed everything
Listen,
for me. Like, I can't. And so I did a whole song called Nice Guy Syndrome, which even the cover, I'm doing homage to, of course, Clueless and everything. And I just love that vibe. And I think there was so much realness during that time, and even sophistication, even with the syncopations of the rhythms. I fell in love with it, and I was like, why are we taking that away? We should always have it here.
I I think in the 90s, like everybody was just about having fun. Like
Yeah.
all the like music was just let's just have fun. Let's just have a good time because I don't remember any 90s song that was about sadness or hurting any like it was all about I'm feeling good. I want you to feel good. So let's feel good together.
I love that. Totally. And I can give you an exclusive. I'm just going to do it. I don't know if my publicist really cares.
We
um
are getting an
so
exclusive.
yes, since we're talking about it, it's the perfect topic. So I was in London last year, and which was crazy for me in the first, right? And I wrote some music while I was out there. And the last day, I wrote 10 songs in 10 days. The last day was a Friday night, and I wanted to flip one of my favorite iconic 90s songs. And I flipped This Is How We Do It by Montell Jordan. I wanted to make it where you could like bring this into my generation here, and um, I flipped it, made it a little more dancey, a little more pop, and my publicist actually knows Montell Jordan, played it for him, he fell in love, and now him and I are doing this track together, and we are
Shut
releasing a
up.
music video at the beginning of this year. So that's
Shut
something to look forward
up.
to.
Listen, and that I was going to ask because when I saw that, I was like, this is one of the most iconic feel good songs of the
I
90s.
fully
Every
agree.
time you
Yes.
went to like a block party, like you couldn't go to a concert, you could not go anywhere without hearing this is how we
How
do
we do.
it. This is
This
how
is
we
how
do
we do it.
it.
Yes.
And it just made you feel good every single
Yes.
time you heard it. And I love that you are bringing that positivity, that you are bringing that feel good music into the now, because more than anything we need to feel good right now.
I
So I
agree. I think there
love
always
that you are doing that.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I think we all need to find silver linings in this day and age and find the fun. That's why like when people ask like what's your genre and stuff like that or what's your musical style, I always say like I would hope if you could put Bruno Mars and Pink into an artist, that would be me. And I love what Pink does. She's very
Oh my
positive.
God.
Bruno Mars is super unserious but super sophisticated with the way that he does his music. Like he's another artist that is taking the 90s and bringing it back, which I love as well. So
Because I was just going to ask you what artist inspires you or inspired you, like if if you can listen to one album from start to finish, not skip one, and just vibe the whole entire time, who would it be, what album, and why?
oh my gosh, that's like a really hard
I
question. There's
know.
multiple. The first one that comes to my head because I just talked about Bruno was 24 Karat Magic. That was literal gold. The amount of Grammys he won for that was so well earned. And every single one of those, so I know all the words, I know all the things. I love that album. But if I had to like bring it back even a little more,
Oh,
Dangerous, Michael Jackson,
listen.
hands down, hands down.
Not you
So
being
love
an
that.
MJ fan. Listen.
Huge, huge MJ fan.
Listen. So you are also a dancer. So did he also inspire your dancing as well? And how long have you been dancing?
Yes, he was a big inspiration, and he was a big inspiration for me to make dance and singing together. There was this moment I remember when he popped up from the stage in like that toaster pop up, and he just stood there, and people were freaking out, passing out, ambulances. It just
Listen.
brought me to tears, chills, goosebumps everywhere, and I was like, "This is what I want to do. This is what I want to do." I love him so much, and I've been dancing since I was two. Really since I could walk, and my mom put me in ballet, and but hip hop has become my thing. I've done it all though, tap and jazz and lyrical, contemporary, all of
Now
it.
you've been on tour all over, like you've been all over the world, and you've done a whole lot of pride events, which I love because that's my community. So I
Oh,
love it. Like what has been like one of your, like when you got on stage that first time when you were like, okay, I'm going on tour. For first of all, I'm going on tour. And when you got
correct.
on stage, what was your first thought?
Is this real?
Right.
Um, because this was my first tour ever. Was last year in the spring, and I was in the UK, and I got to play some amazing venues that I've never even thought of. The amount of beauty in London and in the UK with these old theaters is gorgeous, but like there's so much history and so many people like David Bowie and different amazing iconic artists have graced the stage. So one, I was like, am I even worthy? And then I was thinking, okay, here I am. Let's embrace this. Wait, is this real? And then it just something clicked with me, and I was like, this is why I'm doing what I'm doing. This is why I
Yes.
love what I'm doing. Like all of the stuff that you have to deal with on the industry side and the people and the things that you like. I've had a fight to even like get to where I am, but this was so worth it to be right here in this moment. Like it was. I mean, honestly, it's hard to even describe.
Honey, if that is not a message for somebody, because that is always how I feel like when I first step into a room, like when I'm speaking, when I'm anywhere, I'm like, how did I get here? Is this real? Do I even belong here? But I worked hard to get in this room. I
Mm-hmm.
belong in this room. I
Yes,
belong in this space because this is my
exactly.
moment. So
Yes,
I'm
ma'am.
going to embrace my moments. Like
Yes.
this moment belongs to me.
Mm-hmm.
And that is the most amazing feeling in the world.
It is. Yeah. I mean, honestly, just makes everything, all of the stuff before, so worth it.
It just makes all the bullshit that you've been through.
Facts. I don't know if I
It
can cuss
just,
on this podcast, so
girl, girl, yes, ma'am. You just be you.
I was so yeah, bullshit
No,
is the perfect word for
yeah,
what
like it's just like all the bullshit that I have overcome and I have been through. This is why. This is
Yes.
why.
Yeah. Ugh.
It's and all the like haters that were like, oh, well, you were never, oh, well, you're not gonna. It's like, fuck you. It's like,
Look at me now.
it's like, look at me now, bitch. Look at me. I'm on the same stage as David Bowie when he was on the same line. Aha, bitches. Yes, yes, yes. Like that. That is amazing. Now, I love, like I said before, that you also do a lot of work for the for the girls, for the kids, for the kikis, for the gorgeous ones. Okay, like when did that come about? Like doing all these pride shows.
Well, I have a really good booking agent based out of New York, and I met him through my publicist, and he just I was like, oh my gosh, like your whole vibe and your sound would work so well for these pride performances and all of these. And I was like, I mean, again, I'm all about positivity, I'm all about love, I'm all about spreading joy, happiness, peace, love, all the things. So I was like, let's do it. And I just there's so much beauty, and I love a good kiki, and I love a good sassy fierce walk. Like I've actually been really inspired by that community in a lot of ways, just even on confidence alone. And I was like, yes, please, and thank you. So I was able to do a lot of them, and oh my gosh, like the people are just so lovely and down to earth, and like I found like myself, oh my gosh. And then in Chicago, one of them, like I was in Chicago, and I love Chicago so much. Love you, love you, love you. Um, I had a couple come up to me, and they're like, can we be your president of your fan club? Like, I'll never forget that.
Oh,
And they were just so kind and lovely. And I was just like, I love you people so much. I just love you so much. So I've just enjoyed it every step of the way. And I should be doing them again this summer. So I'm excited.
well, I hope. Please let me know which ones you will be at because I would love to catch one because I think so little known fact. My inner person is a drag queen. Like my inner, I am a drag. My spirit is a drag queen. Like I'm just all of it. Yeah,
Oh my gosh.
in my heart, I am a drag queen. But yes, I would love to see you
That's
perform.
beautiful. I'd love to see you perform. Are you kidding me?
Listen,
I
girl,
want to see you work.
in my heart, I am a drag queen. In my heart, that is who I am.
I love it. I love it. Oh my gosh.
So you talked about one of your best moments, and that was when the couple had walked up to you. What was your best moment on tour? Like your best, like, oh yes, 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 yes moment.
I would say what was nice is I didn't do a lot of research on these theaters in the UK because I was so nervous. Like if it was Madison Square Garden, it's like the weight of that.
Yes.
There's the London Palladium, which is like the step down from Madison Square Garden, probably other than like Wembley's the big one, but London Palladium is super iconic. And I played 3 sold out shows there, and even without knowing all of the history, of course I looked it up after. I just didn't want to psych myself out too much. You could feel it in the energy in the air, and the major press was there, and I beautiful write-ups from the Sun and Daily Star and all of these amazing, which I never thought would be possible. And um, that stage alone, that was like, I've made it. I've totally made it. And I just like every time I was just so grateful and honored to even be on that stage. And the write-ups were so beautiful. My mom, it's really funny. She's my stylist. I've had many stylists, but like her
Oh
knows your body
wow.
better than your mother. And she has a
Okay.
degree in it. At the London College of Style. I
Come
love her
on,
so much.
mom.
And she did all of my wardrobe for the tour. And they did a beautiful, like the Sun did an amazing write up, of course, of the show, but then even did a little nod to like all of my wardrobe and how iconic it was. And I was like, oh my God, I wanted to frame that for my mom because that was like the first time she's had like her work published. And so it was like a beautiful moment for both her and
It
I. And
is.
I was like, that was one of my favorite moments of the tour for sure. It was just that moment where I could also show her like, we all question if we're good enough or if we're, and of course,
Yes.
as my mom, people question, oh, she's just your mom. No, she's actually really good at what she does. She's super talented. And that fact that she got to get some validation for that, she deserved it. And so that was definitely one of my favorite moments.
That is beautiful. Come on, mother.
Right?
Styling. Come on, mother. I just
Yes.
love that. Okay, I love did mom get because this little fancy jacket that like you have on. They're like,
Yes, this was actually Christmas present from her. Yes.
baby, mama is stylish. Do you understand
Hmm.
me? Okay. So I am big on motivation. I
Hmm.
am everybody's hype girl, but not every day we feel like being positive. Not every day we wake up and like, oh my God, the heels are a lot. Like we don't always feel like that. So what keeps you motivated on days that you just like, I don't want to do this shit. Like
That's
what
correct. I mean, we're all human, and it's so normal, so natural. And I've gone through a lot of shit. If like, let me tell you. Even in this past year, my parents are going through a divorce, and
mm,
I just broke up with my boyfriend. Like, there's a lot happening, a lot of
jeez.
shit. But and I've always found I was raised right though. My mom was such a good source of grounding for me. My spiritual leader, like I'm also Christian. I love Jesus, so that helps me through a lot. And that's just like that's if I didn't have that firm foundation, I would not be this positive person that you see every day because I do not get my strength from myself. That's for sure. I get it from God, and
Listen,
I
listen.
can't I can't be more thankful for that because it's really helped me through the shit
Same,
that
same.
especially last year was. There was so many highs, of course, of tour and stuff like that, but personal life, I mean, finding that like strength and energy to get through those highs and make it something worth something without going through and getting into those deep dark holes, that was huge for me.
So I don't even have to ask you like who do you most admire because it sounds like it's mom.
For sure. She's the strongest person I've ever met, like truly. And she's the positive, like I could cry about it honestly. And like her,
Oh.
um why am I getting emotional? Oh my gosh. Her support is amazing, but she's so strong. Like if I could ever think of someone who is so positive in the midst of so much shit coming up against her, like insane.
That is
Yeah.
beautiful.
Oh, not you making me
I'm
emotional.
okay. See, I have that effect on people, but I mean, some like sometimes we don't realize how special people are until we start to hear ourselves talk about them, and it just kind of like yeah, yeah, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Like you
Yeah.
don't, because oftentimes we take for granted the people in our lives, and
Hmm.
because we just feel like okay, yeah, that's they're gonna be in my corner until we start talking about how amazing they are, and then it
Yeah,
hits you how amazing they are, and it's
for
just like
sure.
oh my gosh, like I have some amazing people riding
Hmm.
for me that will always be there through my shit, no matter what. Like they will be there. And
Yeah,
that is an
exactly.
amazing thing to have. So
Hmm.
you said that you have gone through a lot. You've been through a lot. You've had a breakup, like you've dealt with a lot. How do you feel like this has changed who you are?
Well, I this was my first boyfriend too. I was single for
Oh,
20 years. Like I was good being single. I was single till I was 20 years old. And I love being single. I'm really happy with myself. I like being alone, which is great. And I think going through finally a relationship has helped, of course, shape my music and make me, I feel like more human. Like I've gone through a
hmm
human experience. Um, and so that's nice that I finally have that experience, and I'm really grateful for it. And I think that that's just another learning curve and something that we all have to live through with life. And but I think I'm a lot stronger for it now. I've learned a lot about myself through that relationship too. And I just think I'm a lot better for it. And I'm really, I mean, I've never been the type to like meet a guy. I'm not looking for one. I wasn't looking for one when I got a boyfriend. I'm still not looking for one because I'm again real good. Like if God brings one along, okay, we'll see. But I'm really happy to be single. Like it was a big strain, especially with touring and traveling so much. And like I
hmm
am living this pop singer life and I am not stopping. Like I've always been a boss babe and I ain't stopping anytime soon. And honestly, it's nice to just now be able to think about me because when I'm in a relationship, I truly dive in and I think about the other person a lot. Um, a lot more than myself, and I think that that's great in some ways, but I've neglected myself for far too long, and that's
Yes.
we're done with that.
Okay, because it is your me season. You are putting you
Correct.
first. It is your me season. I'm not. I will no longer put myself on the back burner for no one.
Correct. Yeah. 3.5 years,
I
we're done. Now it's time.
listen. Y'all, y'all heard that? It's me season. You heard it from Matt. Look, y'all, stop putting all your ducks in everybody. Stop putting all your eggs in everybody else's basket.
Yeah.
Put it in your own because why? How they gonna eat and you not gonna eat? Like we don't do
Correct.
that.
And you'll
But
lose yourself in the process. Let's not do that. Let's not do that.
listen, listen. Oh my gosh, I love your outlook on things. Like you don't have this like, oh, woe is me, Like I love your outlook on things, and I also loved when you said, and I wanted you to just go into it just a little bit when you said I was good at being single because a lot of people feel like, oh, well, you're single. Like, what's wrong with you? Like, oh,
Right?
well, you're single. Like,
Why?
I, so I loved when you said I'm good at being single. What does that mean to you?
I think that's being really secure in yourself and liking being alone and spending time with yourself. And I think, again, my mom raised me right. I know my value, my worth does not come from a man. I
Okay.
know, like, I've been really grateful to have such an amazing support system to help raise me to be really good at being single. And I think at the end of the day, if you don't add to my life, then you're subtracting from it. There's no reason. I am really good. No, thank you. I deserve what I deserve. And if you cannot bring that to me, then no, then no. And I know I'm young, but I feel way too old to be dealing with any more negativity, any more jealousy, any more of just the bullshit that people like to, of course, throw at this industry too, and even some men. So I'm good. Like I'm really happy just being alone, and I like spending time with myself, and I like doing things alone, and I'm really solid, I guess, with how I feel about myself. So I don't really feel like I need to go look for it in other places or in other people.
Baby, I don't know if y'all heard the knowledge that Max just dropped on us, bitch. I don't know if y'all heard the knowledge. She said, for the people in the back, she said, and I quote, bitch, if you're not adding to my life, you are subtracting from it. If the math ain't mathing,
The math ain't mathing.
if the math ain't mathing, you,
Bye bye. You out.
I don't even need you. Cause
Thank you. Next.
okay. So I just need y'all. She said one more time. If you ain't adding to it, then you are subtracting from it. So come on, Max, dropping knowledge on us today. I say, oh, wait a minute.
Professor Max in the building. I'm just kidding.
Okay, baby, she took that mic and said,
Oh,
nah.
I like it. She loves a good mic drop.
And that is what it was. That I was
Oh
like,
my
oh,
gosh.
so everybody who's out there that's single, be good at being single. Be good at being single. Be good for you. Be good for
Mm-hmm.
yourself. And it is okay to be single until the right person comes into your life. And if not, then just be good at being just for you.
Mm-hmm.
Good at being you.
Yeah, and I mean, you can't be good for anyone else until you're good for yourself anyway. It's not even possible. I mean, you just can't.
I'm I'm going to need to get me
method.
a microphone because every time because she just that's
She had to
another
keep going.
mic drop. Like, baby, if you ain't good for you, then you can't be good for them. Like,
Mm-mm.
y'all just two not good people, and y'all gonna make a not good sit- situation. So we not gonna do that. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna just be good at being myself.
Yeah,
Okay?
the best that you are for you, the best that will come your way. Like you attract, of course, what you give out and what you exude. So if you're so happy and confident with yourself and like super secure and like you'll get that. Like you'll get someone who can trust you and is not insecure and happy with themselves because you're just going to attract that anyway. So it's just, that's the math. That will math. The other way ain't mathing.
Baby, I don't know about y'all, but I love me some Max Ray. Like I
I love
love
you.
me some Max Ray. Like, oh my gosh. Like, so is this where you get all your inspiration from your music that you write yourself? Like
Yeah,
you said I wrote 10 songs in 10 days. And
that was
and, I,
rough.
and I'm just like, girl, what? So like, do you just get all this from just life and positivity and just what where do you get it
Yeah.
from?
I get it from life for sure. I have a running note in my phone. If I'm even out and I'm eavesdropping on a conversation and someone says something, I'm like, that would be a good line for a song. I write it down. Or like,
Not
I've
not eavesdropping on the
when you're alone sometimes, like everyone does it. Let's be real, okay? If you're really obvious, it's just really hard not to. So definitely do that. I've been like the therapist for my friend group, so they'll come to me with like relationship advice, which I find really like very sweet. And so sometimes I'm like, hey, I kind of could make that a song. So I write that down. I mean, and there's mostly what I do, even if it's like a super serious topic. I find the silver lining in it. Of course, I'm authentic to that, what emotional weight that holds in a song, but I'm also, and sometimes that's what it's needed, but majority of the time I'll give that its space and then always find a way to find the silver lining. Just because it's just who I am. And I want to, of course, we all feel those human emotions, but we want to pick ourselves up and carry back on and be stronger for whatever we've gone through. So I always try to make that a big point. But yeah, I just get it from my own personal experiences, from other people's experiences that they come to me for. It's just life in general, whatever I'm experiencing.
I love it. So let's have a little bit of fun. Um, before I let you go.
Okay.
Your most embarrassing moment. Go.
Everyday life. Okay. A most embarrassing
Same.
moment. Oh, okay. This people might not think this is embarrassing, but I did one night on tour. I was performing This Is How I Do It, that our version, just me and the music. It was the finale, like the last song, and the music cut out. And so I was pretending to be the instruments, like on the mic, acapellas, like ba 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 da 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 da, like, and it was for me, it was like, but I had dancers behind me and I wanted them to still be able to move. And like, so I just became all the instruments, and I got off stage thinking, what the hell did I just do? My dancers were laughing, but they also said that was super iconic. But for me, it was like so
Yes.
embarrassing.
Yes, because it was like this. This is
Yep, exactly.
I bet that was awesome. I bet that was awesome
Oh, I really hope
to see.
that there's
Okay,
more recorded.
so you only have a second to think and
Okay.
answer these questions. Just a second, okay?
Okay.
If you can eat one food for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Pasta.
Celebrity crush.
I went blank. I need to get. I used to have so many celebrity crushes. Like Justin Bieber was one, so I'll go with that. Justin Bieber.
Okay. If you had one superpower, what would it be?
To fly.
Really?
Yeah, that'd be fun. I feel like if I
I
could
would
read
want
someone's mind, I'd go crazy.
yeah, you
I'd
right
go
about
crazy.
that.
But it was a close second.
So, if you can tell any, because I am so for like women empowerment, like I'm so for like
Same.
women. So, if you had to talk to your younger self first, what would you tell little Max Ray right now?
Oh, that's so sweet. I would tell her that you need to calm down. You overthink way too much. Like chill. It's okay. You're not gonna die. Everything's gonna be okay. And I just wanted to give her a big hug and just tell her to breathe more and to be more present, because those moments that our childhood make up, and I had some really good moments, like those go away way too fast. So enjoy the naps. Enjoy playing outside. Enjoy those moments with your friends, because like that's all you're gonna get. So enjoy it. That's what I'd say.
And one last question before we let you go.
Okay.
If you had to say anything to young girls that say, you know what, I don't know what I want to be in life. I think I want to do music. I think I want to dance, but I just don't know if I'm good enough to make it. What would you
Uh,
tell young girls?
I've been in the same exact boat, same shoes as you, and I think it's very normal, natural to feel that way. Don't beat yourself up, but perseverance is the biggest key. I mean, there's a lot of failures. You're going to get a lot of no's. You're going to have to fight a lot for yourself and for what you want. But it's the persevering that's my biggest word that's kind of really clicked for me. If you just keep going, it will happen, especially if you have that passion. Just keep the passion, keep your faith, keep going, keep working, keep pushing. It's all worth it in the end. And I promise you, if you just keep going and you keep making an effort, it will happen. It will. That's what you have to keep telling yourself too. It will happen. Like, I think no matter what, you just have to have PMA, positive mental attitude, always about it.
Yes, I
And
love
I just
it.
think you just can't let the negative thoughts win. I think it's really easy for that to happen, but as long as you just keep going, keep persevering, it will happen. And that's all you have to keep telling yourself.
I
That's
love
what I
it.
tell myself.
So, tell us where to find you, tell us where to follow you, tell us about any upcoming things that you have going on. Tell us everything, Max Ray. Let's go.
That's so sweet. Well, you can find me everywhere on all social media at Max Ray, Maxrae. It's the female spelling. On Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, which is still here, thank God.
Okay.
And yeah, YouTube is really fun with all my music videos. They're all like little mini movies. They give you a more clear look into what the songs are really about from my perspective. And of course, Spotify and Apple Music. Every streaming platform you can find all my music. And yeah, I mean, make sure to subscribe or follow, because this song with Montell Jordan that'll be coming out soon is going to be epic. And I'm
I
so
cannot
honored
wait.
that him and I are doing that together and just bringing a fresh spin to the iconic song. So make sure you do that. But yeah, that's about
Yes, thank you so
it.
much for being in the passenger seat with me
Thank
today.
you so
Like, it
much for
was so
having
much
me.
fun. Oh my gosh. Anytime that you want to come back and sit in the passenger seat with me, you are more than welcome.
Thank
Guys, I
you. I
hope
would
that
love
you
to.
enjoy. Oh, anytime. I hope that you guys enjoyed Max Ray as much as I did. Go and follow her. Go subscribe to her channel. Go do all the things Max Ray, because I'm telling you, it's worth the listen. It's worth the listen. Y'all, she is amazing. She is amazing. And I just
Thank you.
love talking to you. I love your spirit. I love everything about you. Okay?
Same here. Oh my gosh, I love you so much, and I love this podcast. Oh my gosh, you're doing a
Thank
great
you.
job. I'm.
Oh,
This is great work. Like I love this. Please keep doing this. Like truly, people, we need this. We need this space. So please keep this up. And thank you. And I'd love to be back.
as you go out there and be great in their face, know that you are everything and everything is you, honey. Know that you are the shit, the whole shit, ain't nothing but the shit. And so you go out there and be fabulous like I know you can be. And as always, you have a good day on purpose here.